Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Krista Dom One, and I am back with another video. Chauncey Billups. Reports are swirling that Chauncey Billups would be the next GM of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, there's a deal on the table. It's a 5-year deal for Chauncey Billups to sign. Now, for those out there who've been living under a rock who don't know who Chauncey Billups is, he used to be a former player for the Detroit Pistons back in the day. They won a title, they won the chip, and now he's an ESPN analyst, okay? And reports seem to suggest that Chauncey Billups is going to be the next GM. But however, Chauncey Billups has not signed that offer sheet. And the reasoning behind that is Chauncey Billups don't know the outcome or the future of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Are they going to stay as status quo? Is LeBron James going to sign an extension where the majority of Chauncey Billups' life as a GM with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he will at least have LeBron James at toe? And LeBron James has never even stated for the record if he's going to sign an extension beyond his last year, which is this year. Okay, after the end of the NBA season next year, next summer, he will be a free agent. Okay, and LeBron James has always had deals like this. LeBron James don't want to be necessarily tied down to a long extension, a long contract with one team. He wants the position of having options. Okay, now there's also rumors and reports that seem to suggest that there are certain individuals in the Cleveland Cavaliers organization that is saying that as far as Jimmy Butler go and Paul George, there are certain players on the Cleveland Cavaliers that are telling those guys that stay away from the Cleveland Cavaliers because it's going to be chaos later on down the road. Okay, now when you got all of this swirling around the Cleveland Cavaliers organization, most notably Dan Gilbert, and it started when Dan Gilbert didn't sign David Griffin to an extension. When you got all of that going on, Chauncey Billups is at home thinking, yo, why would I sign up for this? Excuse me. Right now, I got a great deal with ESPN. Okay, they're not going to pay me top dollar. I believe the GM job is going to pay him $5 million a season. And Chauncey Billups got the mindset of, yo, why am I going to go through that big severe headache with the Cleveland Cavaliers when I got a cushy job at the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN? That's his mind process is running right now. Which job is going to give him less of a headache? And you're not even sure about the future or the status of LeBron James. Okay, that's one of the reasons, one of the attractions why you may be wanting this job. Now, Chauncey Billups does have relationship ties with Dan Gilbert, and that is true and all, but Chauncey Billups is a smart man, and he knows that if LeBron James is only going to play for you for 1 year, then it's going to make your GM job a lot harder. Okay, now I said this in a video previously that I understand why Chauncey Billups may be attractive to Dan Gilbert because of their business relationship and how the players won't mind having Chauncey Billups as a GM, but he's a GM in training. He really doesn't have any GM background experience in him. He has business ties and business background, but I just don't see a Danny Ainge in him. I'm sorry, I just don't. He's pretty much literally a GM on training. And as long as you got LBJ in your corner and in your roster, then it makes your job a little easier, okay? That's an attractive name and an attractive piece to get free agents to join the Cleveland Cavaliers. But with all of this chaos swirling on LeBron James may not stay with Cleveland no more than 1 year, and then after that he's going to bounce. Okay, now after that 1 year, that's when you really need an experienced GM to, particularly in rebuilding mode. Because if LeBron James leaves, then you're pretty much in rebuilding mode. All right, you're going to have to rebuild that team. That team is not going to be a championship team. It'll probably be a playoff team as long as you got Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. But that team is going to have a hard time passing the second round. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, so now you're going to need a GM that when LeBron James does leave, they have a plan in place that suggests that, even though if LeBron leaves, we have plan B. And plan B is we're going to try to get X, Y, and Z to join the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if we can't do that, we'll go to plan C. Let's rebuild and start this thing all over again and find a good home for Kyrie Irving. And Kevin Love, we'll just trade him for some draft picks, okay? That's pretty much how the NBA world works, okay? But I always stated in several videos, LeBron James is gone. All right. Cleveland fans, you can kiss him goodbye. And the two teams I said to be on the lookout for was the Miami Heat, because of his relationship with the Miami Heat organization. Pat Riley, I think Pat Riley's last year is going to be this year. And if he's not the player of operations, then LeBron James could easily just slide into the Miami Heat. Now, they're not going to give him the same type of control and be able to run the organization like the Cleveland Cavaliers did, but the Miami Heat, if they sign Gordon Hayward, then that's a plus to make that team a lot more attractive. No state income tax, plus his family, most of his family still live in Miami, okay? So that's a good destination for LeBron James, and he may have the Kevin Durant approach of, well, if you can't beat him, let's join him. He'll probably sign with the Golden State Warriors with the league minimum, and he won't have control there, but he can still chase titles now and get chips. But by the way, what you're gonna do with Draymond Green? That's an individual that the Golden State Warriors can flip. They can flip Draymond Green and get draft picks or get players to build that bench. Okay, now Andre Iguodala, if he doesn't ask for a lot of money this year and take a little bit more to stay with the Golden State Warriors, which, by the way, I get ready to say Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kevin Durant, not Kevin Garnett. Kevin Durant. If he signs his next contract and take a little bit less, so they can give your boy that money, and as long as he's not greedy to feed the needy, so to say, he can re-sign with the Golden State Warriors. Now, there are other teams that are interested in him, and they're interested in him, and they don't mind paying a little bit more to get him. Okay, so that's the problems you have with Andre Iguodala. But I can see LeBron James fitting with the Golden State Warriors, and those are the only two franchises, in my opinion, LeBron James is going. He is not going to the Los Angeles Lakers. Even if the Los Angeles Lakers have a good draft this year and they sign Paul George next summer, still, I don't think that's an attractive place for LeBron James to go, because once again, he'll be in the same situation he was with Cleveland the second time around. He's going to have to retrain some of these younger players that they got through the draft about how to be a champion. And Paul George never sniffed the NBA Finals, never won an NBA Finals. You have to, get inside his head and tell him what it takes to be a champion. I don't think LeBron James wants to go through that situation all over again. He wants to go to a team that knows what it takes. And the only two teams that I feel like fit LeBron James' style and fit LeBron James' ego, by the way, is the Miami Heat and the Golden State Warriors, okay? But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Please, notification gang in the building. Hit that notification bell, that notification icon, so it'll let you know when the next video or live stream is going down. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am out.